considering the way things finished the other night, what's the point of emphasis to the guys as you head into tonight?
Well, we got to keep playing. Again, in that first half in Portland, we scored 60 points. But in that third quarter, we got to come out like we did in Phoenix. And again, the energy. You can't always be a team that just thinks about scoring the ball. We got to play the other side, and we got to get better at that. And we have that opportunity tonight to do it here in Charlotte.
You get Deron back tonight. What do you look for out of him as he tries to find his rhythm once again?
Well, I think one, to get him, going, let him find himself in a sense. Don't press, don't go straight to him. Let him get up and down, see where his win is at. But for him to be Deron, to be aggressive and set the table.
So what do you need to do differently?
One is, keep, encouraging, be positive with the guys and again, share the information. I thought, in that third quarter, we got to get the ball out. If they score on us, we got to get the ball out a little bit quicker and not sit there and think about how they scored or why they scored and concentrate on the other end. And so that's why, I thought understanding that, I could have done a little bit better job of encouraging guys that, hey, they scored, let's go, let's get it out, and let's try to attack on the other end.
So that's just mostly like communicating and verbal.
Yeah, communicating, but, again, I thought, the first 5 minutes there, neither team was scoring, right, and we still had the lead. But, again, our body language, we have to, they're going to score. There's never been a shutout. And so we got to understand that, we got to get stops. And we've done it. We've gotten 10 or 11 in a row, but we have to be consistent. And that's the process of a new team, a new staff, of trying to be consistent.
When you mentioned encouraging guys, and a lot of the guys have said they let their heads drop and they miss some shots. Have you been surprised at how much of an issue that's been, given the amount of veteran guys you have on your team?
They're human. They're not robots. Everybody can be affected different ways. Again, they've all been in this, most of them have been in the league for a long time. And even the guys who have been in the league for a long time can be affected. But, for our coaches and for teammates is to keep encouraging to take those shots. And sooner or later they'll fall for us.
The third quarters, have you figured out what's happening in the third quarters when the guys aren't playing up to capabilities throughout the third quarters, slow starts, that kind of stuff?
It happens with teams, and for us, that's something that we do have to address because it's been, something that we've come out flat. The game that we won in Phoenix was maybe, the opportunity that I thought we were turning the corner in the third quarters. But it's something that we have to always be conscious of coming out after halftime, and hopefully, again, we have an opportunity here in the third quarter. Hopefully, we can, have that answer.
You guys are thinking the bottom third of the league in both makes and takes from three-point range. You've had Deron out a couple of games, but is that a number that you would like to be a lot higher given the amount of guys you have to choose from out there?
Yeah, I think being able to attack the paint, also when you have a player like Brook, when they're going to double team and guys being able to knock down those shots. And again, we haven't taken a lot of threes, and we've been making a conscious effort of trying to get the ball in the paint. But again, the process of guys knocking down threes, will take place. It's just a matter of getting the penetrations. A lot of times we're running pick and rolls, and it's not about the three. It's about getting in the paint and trying to finish by the rim.
Do you believe in having the team shoot a lot of threes as a philosophy, or is it just kind of how the game's going?
Well, the makeup of the team. I played on a team that shot a lot of threes. They made a conscious effort of having a number in mind of shooting. We would like to make them all, but right now we're a team that's talking about getting the ball in the paint. When you talk about Brook and the guys that we have, Joe and Paul, being able to post those guys up, is being able to attack inside and then out.
When you take responsibility for a loss like that, you do open yourself up to criticism. Is that something you're comfortable with as a coach? And that's obviously something new for you.
That's the small print. That's the small print when you join the NBA. As a player, as a coach, administrator, you're going to be criticized, and that's just the nature of the beast. And it happens, but I can't let the critics dictate how I coach or how my team plays. I got to have those guys ready.
Are you aware of all the criticism that's around you, or is it just you try to tune it up?
Unfortunately, I don't read everybody's stuff. Sorry.
Well, I'm not talking about me.
No, I'm just saying I don't read the stuff, unfortunately. I got too many other things that I'm trying to focus on.
When you mentioned trying to get the ball inside, there's been a couple games recently, and you guys struggled. I think we're like 15 for 42 in the paint on Monday. Is that the lack of quality looks? Is that guys just failing to finish? What do you think has been the issue with that?
Basketball, one-on-one, it happens. You know, we're preaching, or we're talking about attacking the rim, attacking the paint. We're getting great looks. It just happening not to go in, and that just happens sometimes.